What's up guys, it's Talos here and welcome back to a new video. Now today we're doing something a little bit different, something that I wasn't expecting to do, but this is like a little passion project of mine that I just kind of want to try out in 2021. For those that may not know, I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a big fan of anything, you know, anime related, Pokemon specifically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I mentioned, and Final Fantasy. But it's more like video game, but they kind of cross over into TCG as well, the trading card game. I actually acquired quite a bit of a collection throughout the years, and because of the big hype with what happened with you know, the 10,000 Dragon.
Oh, a gem mint 10. I'm fucking showing it to you. Yes, I got it.
With the hype of that card, it kind of brought to my attention like, what other cards do I got that's, you know, possibly worth some money? And that is what we're going to talk about in this video, because I actually never got these cards graded, and I kind of want to take that journey with you guys, to like kind of like from the start to the finish of how to grade a card, how to, you know, see if it's even worth grading, you know, just all that good stuff that you might want to know as a collector. I got a couple of cards that I want to get graded, but we're going to look at one specific card today, one that I think is probably the most valuable in my collection, and just see like if it's worth sending it in. Should I get it priced? Is it worth as they say it is, like in various websites like eBay, TCG online? So we're going to go through that process. So there's like a pre-PSA type grading that we're going to do ourselves. Obviously I'm not a professional grader, but I can at least kind of figure out what they're looking for. We can kind of go look at the guidelines and just pinpoint exactly, you know, what the grade could possibly be at the minimum, as well as what it could possibly be in the maximum. So let's dive into it. Now I kind of talked about this before as well, but obviously this is like a new type of video that I'm trying, you know, experiment out here in the YouTube space. I've been talking about this a lot with my friends and family and whatnot, but I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I tried various things. For some reason, I always want my channel to be like kind of niche to like a specific sector, like gaming, or whether it be travel or cars. And recently this year I just want to try something new. I'm gonna try everything that I'm passionate about. So this is just one of those many passions, but I will still have travel and car videos. But if you guys want to learn more about, I don't know, my decisions and all that, I'll probably keep that more at the end of this video. Besides PSA grading, I also want to try something else as well. I also want to do some unboxings. As you can see here, I got the Phantom Rage that I want to do an unboxing with, as well as Toon Chaos. Obviously these are both first editions that we're going to unbox eventually in the future, but I kind of want to do this with friends or maybe in a separate video. So if you guys are interested in that and like the content that I'm going to be doing, definitely give me a subscribe and follow, and like this video for more content like this. Also leave suggestions down below as well in the comments of like what content you guys might be interested in, whether it be as a collector standpoint, investor standpoint, I guess an unboxing standpoint, because I also would do unboxings of action figures as well. I still got a couple of action figures that I'm waiting for to arrive still, so just stay tuned for that. Anyway, back into the PSA. Now this is the card in question, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. First edition from the very first booster pack from Legends of Blue Eyes, the LOB packs. We're gonna obviously grab some gloves and open this bad boy, take a look around the card, and look at the grading that they have for PSA and see if it's like what we think at the minimum it could possibly be, as well as the maximum. So it's kind of good to do research on this, because the reason why you want to do research on it is because setting stuff to get PSA graded can be pretty expensive, especially for high value items such as this, and you want to kind of rate it at the right area, or else it's just not worth it. But I'll go into more detail with that as we go into the website later in this video. Now let's roll into the other camera here. But yeah, this is the card in question, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Before we take it out of the 35 point, let's go ahead and apply our gloves. This is like the smallest possible gloves I can find. I'll get better gloves. Oh yeah. How tight do you want it? Don't answer that. Alright. So here it is. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. There it is. The one thing you look for is obviously the edging, to make sure the edges are like pretty much, there's no damages or anything like that. As far as I can tell, the edging looks pretty good. Now as we go through the card, there's a couple of things that will concern me in terms of the grading, but definitely not the edges. This edge of course will be an issue. Unfortunately, this edging as well, a little bit of a scuff there. The one thing they also look for is what they call centering, and like that's just basically how it looks from the width from left to right of the box here to make sure it's perfectly even. They're not as strict with it with PSA. Now the other thing I'm concerned about besides the edging is the kind of the color deterioration a little bit. It's a little bit faded compared to another card. I'll go grab another card as an example. Now as we take a look at these cards right here, for some reason it's almost like a brownish color that makes it look like an effect card versus an actual normal monster. Then again, it's not really glossy, so maybe it's not a perfect example. This is another Blue Eyes card. They're about the same age, if you want to call it that, and for some reason it's still showing a little bit on the like almost faded end, especially edges. If you can see the edges there, it's kind of like a little bit of a white edge there. For some reason I got faded. Now as I unsheath it, it might be a little bit better of a comparison. It just feels a little bit faded. I don't know, like a deterioration on the color. Could even see it on the foil there, on the name. Now the Blue Eyes LOB on the left, and then the regular Blue Eyes from the starter pack on the right. There's a little bit of scuffs in the back that might also deteriorate it. So yeah, those are my main concerns. Even if I get this as an 8, it's still going to be quite valuable. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a PSA graded 10 as much as I wanted to. But you have to be kind of realistic when you send these things in, what you're really expecting. You would hope for a 10 on all your cards, but that's not always the case, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and sleeve this back in, and then we go to the website and take a look at further. Kind of look at a little bin over there in the corner. Is that a bin? Yeah, it looks like a bin. That's unfortunate, but it is a 18-year-old card, so it won't always be perfect. There's a little bit of a kind of curve there, but overall I think it's still worth to get it graded. As I mentioned before, an 8, even a 7, even a 6 is still valuable and worthwhile. We made our notes, and we'll try to do a guess on what this PSA grade will be before we send it in to get officially graded by professionals. Alright, so now let's go into the website and see what we could find. Took our notes and we could see exactly how much this baby is worth, roughly. Alright, rolling into some of the websites for research on this bad boy to get like a rough price estimate on it. We're going to look at 3 different websites. Obviously the first one we're looking at right now is YUGIOH prices. Next website of course will be the TCG player website, and then we're going to be rolling into eBay. Of course, that's the big one. And then we're also going to go into the PSA card itself to see what's been sold recently of that card. I'm just going to place this bad boy right here. So the first one here, the YUGIOH prices. Now obviously we're going to be looking to the exact pack, and obviously this card has been made quite a bit. Quite a bit. Dark Side, Battle City again, Mega Tint. Alright, here we go. The Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon packs. Alright, so on the right side you'll see some of the current prices, but these are the unlimited editions. Let's see if you can sort this by first editions. Alright, there's only 2 right now, first editions. Near mint. This one is a you can check out this listing, and this is Japanese, I think, these 2 listings. But this is the current 2 listings for first editions that we can find that's also listed here. Yeah, this is the the English Asian version, not the English version, so there's not a clear comparison. But even from looking at this card, there's some scuffs there with the line. The corners look like there's a bent there in that corner. That corner looks like it's also been bent. The card itself looks like it's curved. I don't think the curvature of the card matters too much, at least from what I saw on the website, but we can always go into more detail with that. So that's not really a good example for us to kind of compare and contrast. This is also Asian English version. And there's a couple of scuff marks there. Corners on the right side looks pretty bad. Check out the back here. This is the same card? I think it's the same card. Did you list it twice? Yeah, it looks like it might be the same card. Just listed twice. Because I'm seeing the same mistakes on the corner there. So again, not an example we're looking for, and all these are unlimited. But if you look at here on the left side here, the lowest has ever been is $5.81. It's probably for a limited version. The highest being 48,000, averages at around 188. But those averages kind of bring it down because all the unlimiteds. So we might have to flip over to another resource to get some more research on it. But if you look at here on the history here, in the past year, it's been risen 907%. Past 6 months, 365. Past 3 months, 523. So the past 3 months is really what spiked it back up, that interest. And it probably was because of the 10,000 dragon. I think that's when it started spiking up. So let's roll into this right here. The tcgplayer.com website. Right now, the normal asking price is $157, but I believe that's for an unlimited version. Median at $99. So let's see what they have here for first editions, if any. Near Mint Limited. Okay, there's a lightly played first edition. This one looks like it's not English though. Let's see what the listing looks like. So they got the list at 100. Oh, it is English though, so it might be Asian English. Is there a back? Yeah, this is the Asian English version. So not a one-to-one comparison, but this is actually a good idea of the value. So if I get this for where it is right now, ungraded, I can probably get this at around maybe 1,200. I'm thinking, because this one looks like it's 1,400, so like, well, 1,500, and this looks much better quality than mine. This corner here might be a little bit on the back, because you see a little bit of almost like a scratch mark there. In terms of the light, in terms of the grading though, or the actual color grading, it looks like it's better than mine, unfortunately. But it's hard to tell a picture sometimes, so you can't always judge a book by its cover. So the back doesn't look like there's much scratches, but then again, it's a picture, so you can't actually like tilt it with on the light. There could be something like hidden that we don't see or notice. Like when I actually did close up on my card, I started noticing a lot more scuff marks, and it made me more sad when I was looking at it. It's like crap. It's like looking at an expensive car, and you see like that you want to buy or you're trying to sell actually, and you start seeing some scuff marks on the car, and you realize that's going to be bad for resale. So this is a pretty good comparison, but we might have to jump around to another area. So we're jumping into eBay now. So this is a first edition ultra rare, so he's charging about 1,000 on this one. Let's take a look. So far so good. In corners might be slightly better than mine, but I honestly think that this card might be a little bit undervalued realistically. Let's get a better back photo. Now I'm not sure if the scratches is from the top loader. It might be from the top loader. I don't think it's from the card itself. As far as the corners are concerned, pretty good actually, very good corners. See, that's the only one I'm kind of concerned about, the corner a little bit of there, but it might not be too terrible. Yeah, this corner a little of a scuff there, but not too dramatic compared to mine. Yeah, this is probably the only bad corner. I think this might still get a 9. Ooh, there's the issue right there. Look at that bend. That's bad. Yeah, that's very bad. I appreciate the sellers showing this though. Some sellers try to hide some of the negatives on their cards, so I appreciate that photo. But Yeah, that's gonna drop it down dramatically. I think I might drop it down to a 7, maybe 8, but I'm thinking more 7 or 6 even. And that's the one thing I'm glad I don't have a mic card. Any noticeable bends? Like you couldn't tell the bend here in this picture at all. So that might actually be priced quite correctly. So ours are probably gonna be worth a little more ungraded. 750. What's going on with this one? First edition at least. Looks pretty good. The corners look pretty good. Oh, this is the English, Asian English version, so it's not a 1-to-1 compared to what I got. Now, I'm not sure if this is normal, but I think the English versions are typically worth more than the Asian English version. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments though, but typically it's better to get the English first editions versus the Asian English first editions, even though they might still be worth some money. And this card is like well maintained, so big props to this guy. Yeah, see, look at no scuffs in the back either. I like these close-ups, by the way. Now it's hard to tell why it's graded at 9 versus a 10. And judging from this though, compared to my card, unfortunately it might not be a 9. But we'll go into more detail with that to see where it could fall in. Okay, I think I noticed it right there. The top left corner looks like it might be a little bit scuffed there, so I can see why they can drop it to a 9. Yeah, that one corner, man. They typically deduct the corners more harshly than they do with like centering or anything like that. Okay, these are PSA 9s apparently, North American. Yeah, it looks pretty good too. Like all of them actually. I'm curious why they gave it a 9 over a 10. Let's check out the back. These aren't super great photos, so it's hard to tell a little bit. The middle one looks like the corner might be a little bit eroded a little bit. Another one, I'm hoping is another one. they took the 3 same photos. Yeah, I can already tell, I can see why this is a 9. The corner on top left. It's always that top left corner. This guy is charging 99,000 for 3 cards. So about 33,000. That's actually pretty, that's actually right in the ballpark of what I'm thinking of for a 9. Alright, anyway. We'll finish it off with the with PSA. These are the more recent auctions that were made. This was at back in November 25th, 2020. A sale of 47,200 on eBay. This was auctioned out. That was for a PSA 10. A couple of months before then, only 4,000 for this one. So he got. This is actually a really good deal. I don't know who bought this, but he got a really good deal on this. About a month prior to that, 85,000 for a 10, and prior to that, another 10 for about 2,000. This is even even better deal. Yeah, if you see a deal like this, definitely, if you can, pick it up. Now to kind of finish this off, let's look at some of the gradings on PSA and what they look for, and give a rough idea of like what our card is. Obviously, we can eliminate 10. I don't think this card is a 10, unfortunately. As much as I want it to be a 10, with the degradation, the corners, specifically 2 corners, I think. The front looks pretty good though for the most part. I don't know in terms of the corners, but I think with PSA they look at all front and back, so definitely consider that. And also the decoloration also kind of makes me nervous that might be a degradation as well, but hopefully it's not as harshly as corners. Alright, so hands down we eliminated 10. Let's check out 9. PSA Mid 9 is a superb condition that exhibits only one of the following minor flaws: a very slight wax stain on reverse, a minor painting imperfection, or a slightly off-white border. Centering must be approximately 60-40 to 60-30, 65-35 or better on the front, and 90-10 or better on the reverse. This is one minor flaw, and I'm honestly seeing multiple flaws. Obviously the coloration in the front could be bad, so we might have to eliminate a 9. The very back logo looks like it's a little bit like deteriorated a little bit. There's a kind of, almost like a smudge look to it. I don't know, it's hard to tell, and that's on the front and back, so that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, PSA 8 Near Mint is a super high-end quality. It appears a mid 9 at first glance, but upon closer inspection, The card can exhibit the following: a very slight wax stain on reverse, a slightest flaring of 1 or 2 corners. I'm looking at like possibly all 4 corners, maybe even 3 corners. And then the slight stain, maybe. Let's look at number 7. 7 is a card with just a slight surface wear visible upon close inspection. Yeah, we definitely see that. There may be a slight flaring on some corners. It didn't say all corners, so some corners. Picture focus may be slightly off the register. A minor painting blemish is acceptable. Slight wax staining is acceptable on the back of the card only. Most of the original gloss is retained. So 7 is potential. Excellent mint 6. A card may have visible surface wear or a printing defect which does not detract from the overall appeal. A very light scratch may be detected only upon close inspection. Corners may have slightly graduated flaring. Picture focus may be slightly off the register. Cards may show some loss of original gloss. I don't think the original gloss is faded. Color grading is like off for some reason for me. May exhibit very slight notching on edges and may also show some off-whiteness on borders. Yeah, off-whiteness. I don't know about off-whiteness, but there's added whiteness. Alright, and just for giggles, let's check out 5. Because I feel like it's like a 7 or a 6, realistically. 7 I hope, 6 maybe. But 5, let's see. A very minor rounding of the corners is becoming evident. Surface wear or printing defects are more visible. There may be a minor clipping on edges. Yeah, minor clipping. Loss of original gloss will be more apparent. Focus of picture may be slightly off the register. Several light scratches may be visible upon close inspection, but do not detract from the appeal of the card. So my educated guess, it's a 7, 6, and at worst a 5. So with that being said, let's go into here. Okay, so 7s can still be worth up to 4,751 or 1,300. Those are the 2 most recent, or maybe only, PSA 7s that have been sold. A 6 is 3,700 or 1,094. So those are still pretty good prices. 5, 3,000, and almost 2,000 for a 5. Now for shits and giggles, 8. Whew, it just increases it that much more. Except this one for some reason. I don't know why you sold it for 250. That's pretty much it. That concludes it. So we're still gonna get it graded. I think it's still worth to grade it. Just see where it falls. Now the reason why you want to do your research beforehand is pretty much for this: how much you want to declare on this item. Obviously, the declared item value is just what you think a card is worth, the maximum worth as well as the minimum worth. Obviously, if a card is worth $999 and you don't see it going any further than that, then yeah, just go for a regular one. It will take longer though, I believe. But this card, I believe, is still going to be worth at least up to 5,000. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's why I'm going with the Super Express with a pricing of $200 to get it, you know, graded and all that good stuff. Now I'm not sure when I'm going to be releasing this video, so I'm either going to get it graded or sent out for grading either this week or the following week. Depending on like how fast they do it, it may take a while before we get a grading for this card. But I will be having a full video of the experience from start to finish, somewhere edited and put together once I get the card back, and we can do a live reaction of what the card is officially graded as. But that's what we think the PSA grading will be like with the current card. And regardless, you know, it's still going to be worth at least $1,000. So this is still a very, very good card to have and to hold as a collector, as well as sell as a collector if you know, got the original pack for it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much concludes this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I still got quite a few of the cards here that we're going to be talking about in the future. The first edition Dark Magician Girl, the 10,000 Dragon, as well as the first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon from the starter Kaiba decks. These 2 cards are quite viable as well. This is potentially up to like 9,000 PSA grade. This one, as it currently, is probably worth around like maybe 1,000 to 1,500. This one anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 PSA grade 10. So we'll do our research on these 2 cards in the future. But let me know in the comments down below which ones you want me to look at more for episode 2 of the pre-PSA grading, guesses from this channel. And as well as suggestions for a future video. You can list what kind of unboxing you want me to do as well. I have these 2 packs of, obviously I have Genesis in pack as well coming in the mail. Obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of the newer packs coming out in the future, like Ghost of the Past, from the Past I believe, which has 5 Ghost Rares that I'm pretty excited about. We can also do some retro packs as well. Those are pretty expensive, but if you guys want to see it, let me know as well in the comments down below. That's pretty much it for this particular content, but if you guys want to stick around to just kind of hear me rant about pretty much the direction of this channel in the future, definitely stick around for that. But if you guys want to just hit the road, I understand. We'll see you in the next video. But for those staying tuned, basically the kind of like what I'm going to do for this channel is kind of a mixture of things. Obviously I still want to do travel stuff, I still want to do car related content, and kind of mix that out together. I'm still gonna be doing that. And the way the content was with 2020 with COVID, it was very hard to do like travel and car videos, as you guys already know. But I was still doing other stuff. I was still gaming. I was gaming on my Stully Boys YouTube channel, which I have a link in the description if you guys want to follow that. And I was still like doing my collectible stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, and I kind of want to bring my friends involved as well that also do collecting cards and stuff. So I think it'd be cool to bring them along, have them do unboxings with me, see what kind of cards we get together. Obviously as 2021 rolls around, I just don't care anymore of what content I put out. I was too fixed on like having something so niche. Like I only want this channel to be travel. I only want this channel to be gaming, and I didn't think I can combine both or even add new stuff into it because it just didn't. I just feel like it didn't match. But it's still my interest. You know what I mean? For 2021, I just want to do content that I want to do, whether it gets views or not, and just showcase some interests. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, travel cars. Mix it all together, collectibles, PSA grading stuff, stuff that I'm interested about, how much stuff is worth as an investor, stocks, if you guys want to hear about stocks, investing in stocks, ETFs, index funds, all that good stuff. I kind of want to just have a broad scope in this channel, and that's what I kind of want to do here. I also have some new content coming up as well that's even more different. It's kind of like a review, like doing reviews, but it's gonna be interesting. So I don't want to spoil that one yet, but it's gonna be kind of interesting because we still don't know what to review. Caveat to that, I also want to do unboxings. Obviously we're doing card unboxings. We're also gonna be doing like action figure boxings for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So I kind of want to do stuff like that. And apart from that, I just want to just do as much as I can. I'm not sure how much time I have to do all these specific things, but that's why I got my editors to help me out when I need them, and a big shout out to them. I got 2 editors actually right now that are full-time with me, and I always appreciate their help and support in this adventure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy the content coming out for 2021. Obviously I'm excited. I just want to do stuff that I want to do. If I want to do unboxings, if I want to do car travel videos, if I want to do Yu-Gi-Oh, duels and stuff like that, I can do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the journey with me, and onwards to 2021. But that's all I got, literally this time. Till next time, Styles out. Night.